Hello, TikTok. It's sunny finally in Central California. It's so amazing. We have TikTok there and YouTube here. It's so great to see you. And we're going to speak today again. I'm going to take some questions and it was foggy 3 weeks ago. Yes, here it was sunny as well. Yeah, it's so great to see some sun now. Although you know that global warming, what can we do? But I want to, yeah, I want to. So people are asking me why essential oils, why all of this, natural solutions. And one lady is already saying to you, because she's coming very often, like you are, Joanna, like you are, Pat, and everyone who is listening to me. She says, I listen to you very carefully, but please, if possible, tell me, how did you heal yourself? She has listened, she knows that I have thyroid nodules. I don't take any kind of medication for this, ailment, whatever you want to call it. So please tell me, how is it possible that you healed yourself, and how did you manage to get rid of your thyroid issues, and how do you keep them under control? Well, the truth is that I changed the direction and stop treating altogether. I didn't go with the thought of treating, okay? First of all, we need to understand that we cannot heal in the same situation which made us to become ill, okay? We can't. We can't heal if we stay where we are. We can't heal if nothing changes, okay? And we cannot find healing if we remain in the same circumstances that made us sick in the first place. Hello, Miriam. It's lovely to see you. It's great to see you. It's great to see you. So I clearly had to change something radically, because I personally took medications in the past. I said a few times that I went on like a fasting on Thursday and came out on Saturday with headaches, with dehydrated, and so on. And I was just looking after my health with medication. So my mindset changed when I came to oils. I clearly had to change something radically, and that meant education. So I started educating myself. You saw the numerous books that I showed you here, okay? I also reached out to the people who started healing quite a while ago, and who managed to, it's, Miriam, Mary. Let's call Miriam, because now you're part of the family. You're part of the family, Miriam. It's so good to see you here. So good. So I started to educate myself in terms of books. I started to reach out to people who already are doing natural healing for a while, and I was very interested on to see how did they do it. And I understood that medications only stop healing. They only suppress those symptoms, and we don't heal, properly. We don't feel those symptoms anymore, because, yeah, they're suppressed. And don't see them anymore, and you don't feel the pain because it's killed by the medication. Also, if we're talking thyroid, now, the TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone, the TSH goes down, and so on. Okay, but why should the TSH go down? This TSH, yeah, it's the thyroid stimulating hormone, and if the pituitary gland, which is in the brain, that, yes, pituitary gland produces it in excess, it means there is a need to stimulate the thyroid. It means there is a need to increase thyroid activity. And what does the thyroid do? The thyroid is in the body, It's the body's main metronome. So it sets the rhythm of our metabolism. And if we need a stronger rhythm, then we need to go faster. But again, could it be that deep inside us? There is a pressure to move faster, to do everything, faster, like a hamster wheel, every single day. So could it be that today's society makes us all sick because it creates that this terrible speed? Do this, do this, do this. Everything is at a very, very big speed in which we are expected to live, in which we are completely opposite to, and it is this speed is completely opposite to our biological rhythm. We no longer have patience. Even when I post a video, I don't know, I'm looking how many people saw that video until the end. Maybe 4%, maybe 5%, because we no longer have the patience. We no longer have, we no longer know how to give ourselves time. We no longer know how to breathe. We rush constantly, scroll endlessly on our phones. We have no patience, no time, and we are always in a hurry. And we are surprised when we get sick. Well, this idea is not to treat. This idea can't heal you. This idea is not correct. What are we doing wrong to allow our body to heal itself? And that means, in my opinion, my system of beliefs, and what I will promote here on this channel, is stop medication. Of course, you don't need to stop it from one day to another. No, but take it gradually. And I worked with people who said, yes, I'm starting gradually. I'm taking this with your instructions, with your guidance. And, if they had like 50 grams of something, they reduced it to 40. They reduced it to 30. They reduced it to 25 and so on. This is why, in order to give up, you need to do these assumed decisions. You need to work with yourself, to work with your body, right? And if you are on a high dosage, just gradually stop it gradually with the guidance. Okay, what do we do instead? We support our body, we clean it, we detoxifying it, we add vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, because this is what means a good function of the thyroid. It means that we need to add the proper absorbable vitamins, high absorbable minerals, enzymes, and probiotics, because this gland, it's affected and it can't process it. Okay, so I come live every single day. So if you watch and listen to me carefully, you will find out, explanation repeated numerous times. Not so much here on YouTube, because I do them more on TikTok. I just started yesterday to record them on YouTube. But you need to find your own path. With love, I will guide you. Come to me privately. I will tell you how to use them. I said yesterday as well, I will make that entry, that first, the beginning, a little bit easier for you. Come to me, message me privately. I'm not biting anyone. I'm here to support, to guide you towards empowerment and to knowledge. Okay, there is no magic wand here. There is only these tools, which I'm taking right now. I'm going to take peppermint and I'm going to deepen myself with peppermint. There are these tools that will help you. The real change must be made by each and every one of us. Nothing is external will come to make this change for us, because it is our lesson. They will support, they will relax you, they will help a lot, but the work, it needs to be inside. Go there, what's happening? Okay, what do you have to learn from that lesson which is coming from you? Okay, natural healing is letting go of medication. You know, what is an autoimmune disease? What if I have an autoimmune disease? Do you have to take medication for life? Well, let's see. Medications are prescribed for life. You know, medication that are prescribed for life are usually meant to stop healing, because your body, which is incredibly intelligent, and you know, it is created by the God with the ability to heal, to self-heal, will always try to heal whatever, you know, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, it will start to heal. But medications will block that process. It will block that neural receptors. It will block the receptors through in the body, block your enzymes activity, you know, everything involved in healing, it will be blocked. You know, what do you do with medication? You just kill a symptom. That's all. This is why they say take it for life. Take it for life, because in the moment when medication is stopped, healing symptoms, you know, healing will begin. Those symptoms will begin to appear, and unfortunately we choose the path of medication because we have been taught since very young age to suppress symptoms. You don't need to stay with that pain, just kill it, because it's better to feel better. You know, we all want to feel better, but sometimes you have to stay with the pain. And this is how I have done it for the past 6 years. I had headaches, I had this, I had that, and I stayed with the pain, even that sometimes it was there for 3 days. I knew exactly what were coming from. What did I have to learn through it? Why shall I suppress the symptoms? Why shall I silence the symptoms to trick myself into believing that the problem is gone? But the problem is still there. Yeah, it's still there. And on the healing path, the process takes as long as the body needs. Every person is unique, not one size fits all. Every situation is unique. Every, you know, what one person needs to do is not applicable to another. What another person needs to learn is not applicable to another. You know, what lessons or what you need to understand, that the healing is possible, and to choose the natural solutions. I've been working with this for the past 6 years, 6 years in March next year, almost. Okay. It's not about natural treatment. It's in the, you know, in the medical sense, but it's not about treatment at all. Nature supports, nature helps, nature accelerates. Okay, nature calms. So when of all these come together, it creates the right environment for you to start healing and for the healing to finally take place. Again, here it's a channel for brainwashing. Yes, in the good sense. Thank you so much for sharing this. I will be speaking out loud until more and more people will understand. I only started yesterday. First of all, it needs a thorough cleanse of the body, a detoxifying, remove toxins, eliminate what blocks that healing, and allow the body to do its job. Thank you so much for reposting this, Pat. I see you. I see you. And even it supports and pushes it forward. Okay. Does it make, I hope it does make sense. You know, comment in the chat. So could something be taken, you know, for life if healing actually occurs? This is what it is, you know. And secondly, using nature for life, for me personally, it's like taking food. You know, when you eat for life, right? The same with essential oils, the same with natural solutions. For me, they are exactly the same. When I say, you know, the people are asking me, are you going to take your oils for life? Yes, because I see them as eating. You know, I eat to live. I use oils to live. I deepen with them every single day. And to be honest, you know, Do we realize the world that we're living in? Are we aware the world, the food is poisoned more? And you write to me, the food is not right, where the crops, a world where the crops are sprayed, animals won't even eat them, then we feed the animals and we put in them all sorts of growing hormones and more than that. Then we eat vegetable fruits, with pesticides, insecticides, glyphosate on vegetables, fruits, leafy greens in supermarkets. They are now even thinking to inject V on them, on the fruits and veg, even more, yeah, all of these chemicals, chemicals sprayed in the atmospheres from the planes. We live in toxicity. And this is why, from the personal care products that we use to everything that we put on our skin, because of this is absorbed through the skin, which is our biggest organ, and it goes straight into the bloodstream. Perfumes, synthetic products, chemicals, and so on. We are exposed to toxins every single day. And this is why, thank you. Thank you. It really, I hope more and more people will open the eyes, and how can we not use the nature to clean ourselves? How not to? This is exactly why people are getting sick today, because we are in toxic, and this causes toxic mind, toxic emotions, toxic everything from the body, mind, and spirit. And this is why healing doesn't happen, because it's that thinking, medication, let me go and take another medication. But this here, on these channels, two channels, it's completely different mindset. And we all need to understand that clarity and have a clarity about what is really happening in the world. And letting go medication is a beautiful journey. I'm taking 25 grams of level 3 Roxin. Yeah, that's for thyroid. Okay. I didn't take any medication for thyroid. However, I did take medication for other things in my body, stomach pain, colds, and so on. But in the moment when I said, enough, it's enough, that was happening almost 6 years ago in March 2020. Okay, I started to let go medication. Next month, I have 6 years since I didn't touch any medication. No paracetamol, no Panadol, no nothing. 6 years. And of course, healing, it doesn't happen from one day to another, because when I stopped taking all of that, I was 42 almost. So 42 years of all sorts of things put in my body, it will take time to heal. But I'm on the path. Okay. I allowed my body to heal. I removed the medication which is quite difficult to stop, and some of you are on very heavy medication, but again, what did I say? Reduce the dose. Withdrawal, like symptoms, that's the thing, level, the one that you take for the thyroid, levothyroxine. It's such a strong medication that is stopping. When you stop that medication, you feel like a sevrage, like when you come out of alcohol or cigarettes. It's the same thing. And that medication is actually stopping the healing. But again, that is the mindset and the formula. Information, if they fed you that information, that formed you the system of beliefs, that system of beliefs would have impacted on your thoughts, then the actions that you're taking, and then the results. What cosmetics do you use for skin? I only use essential oils. doTERRA has creams as well, like hydrating creams. I personally choose not to use it just because I prefer the oils. Okay, so for me, like yes, so we gradually reduce them. Exactly. And this is what you'll find on this channel. If it doesn't resonate with you, I hope it does one day. I put it even on my nose. Normally it stops here, but there we are. That's called the yarrow pom. Probably I look weird now. So yarrow pom, I'm going to show, and then I just do it with coconut oil, and that's all that I use for my skin. Nothing else. I said not even doTERRA cream. Okay. So we prevent, in the moment when you take all of those medication, my lovely, you prevent your body from receiving what it truly needs. Okay. And your body, needs to complete its own functions that you're left with from God in order to start healing. Yeah, by the way, I also put I have peppermint. I also like to put it on my skin. Yeah, it's yarrow pom. Yeah, so it's yarrow pom. Let me show to YouTube as well. Yarrow pom and coconut oil. I normally keep it in here because it's easier to come out. Coconut oil, it comes into like this. It comes like this, and it doesn't have like the pump. So I transfer it from here into here. But that's what I use. That's the only thing that I put on my face. That's it. You need to let your body complete its own functions, because this is when true healing it's happening. Nothing can replace that what our body produces naturally. Nothing can truly replace the thyroid hormone produced by the body. And what medication does, it tricks the body and stops the pituitary gland from producing that TSH, that thyroid stimulating hormone. So in other words, it prevents the body from stimulating the thyroid, okay, and completing that healing process, from finishing what it really needs to do. And that reduction in, I had successful cases that I worked, with ladies which were on this medication, and the reduction was happening gradually. Okay, I have loads of videos as well here on where I say about thyroid. There are dozens of videos on internet as well. Okay, reduce it gradually from 50 to 20 to 40 to 30 to 25. Every 2-3 months, go and check yourself. We can speak. The body will adapt to functioning without medication, but it needs to be changed from here as well. I had one lady which will you're very welcome. I had one lady which, unfortunately, she will just not give up. But she said, I feel a bit better, but I'm panicking. I am panicking without the medication because she hasn't changed here. She started to, but she was panicking because her system of beliefs did not change. And during this time when we heal, let me explain. Yeah, let me explain. Thank you, Pat. So during this time of healing, the symptoms are intense. You can face fatigue, you can face headaches, you can face, like feeling unwell. Thank you so much for sharing. You can feel irritability. You may have like lack of focus, maybe even hair loss, maybe even skin issues. We have a saying, everything worse gets worse before it gets better, because these symptoms are the symptoms of healing. And if you understand the new Germanic medicine, you will understand that all of these symptoms, like headaches, what I said, vomiting, irritability, loss of hair, and so on, are exactly the healing symptoms. It's hard to understand, but when you study new Germanic medicine, you will understand that that's the healing. That's the healing. So I support my body with essential oils, with high absorbable supplements, with vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, pure essential oils. Pure essential oils, every oil has a number here, which you put into a third party. Yeah, I'm very curious. Did you do it, Pat? Did you do it, Joanna? Have you checked your oils? Have you checked them? Check them now. Go in and put them. Go and see the testing that they are going through. They never failed me. They never failed me. And I had hurt myself in terms of putting bad things in me, medication, instead of trying to help it to heal alone. 4 in 5 people are saying, thank you for helping me. 4 in 5 people will say, thank you. I understood. Please do it, Pat. Okay? I have, I put in this body so much, years after years, long time. Please help me. And the focus, we are focusing on vitamin, minerals, especially those that support the thyroid, the liver, the liver detoxification. I will be speaking about this one, the Zendocrine, later on in the video. This is why I put it here. Okay, we start like this. All of the supplements, the liver detoxification, microbiome regulation, enzymes, probiotics. It's a whole system approach that needs support, not just the thyroid on its own. What vitamins? We have the LLV. This one here that I'm going to show is Zendocrine, especially for liver detox. So stay here and I'm going to talk about this, okay? And beyond that, I worked with the root cause. I was going, again, New Germanic medicine. What means that I am passionate about? I'm very passionate about New Germanic medicine. You can Google and you'll see. It's what's the root cause for, especially for thyroid, because I do have those nodules, okay? I haven't checked them. I haven't checked them since 2019. Maybe they're disappeared. Maybe they disappeared, but I know I've been to scanning in August or May 2019. I can't remember, but one of these, around that time. So they said, oh, it is like a amalgam, like a few nodules. But since then, I haven't been, because I told you they are chasing me from the GP here in the UK. We call it GP, but let's call it general doctors, whatever. And they said, you haven't been. Yeah, I don't need to. I feel good. I have my intuition with me. That's my healing. Okay, I worked on the root cause. What was the problem with the thyroid? It was that constant rushing, that hamster wheel life, that feeling that time is never enough, continuing hurry, which, we in life we feel disconnected from ourselves. And this is not the magic pill that you take. It's not the magical solution. It's just the real process. You are in control. You have the will of your life. You choose conscientiously. You required the effort to put the effort to genuinely desire to heal. It's no point in me convincing you. Healing is something which comes from the inside. And healing is not a path for everyone. It's not, because there are the hypochondriac people which thrive to find one disease from 1 month to another one. And that for them is the purposes of life. They feel comfortable. They feel safe. They feel safe when they find another disease, because they believe if they haven't found a disease, they'll die. That's true. We are disconnected from self, absolutely. But this is why I use the oils every single day. I connect with them with intention. Okay, if you'd like guidance, the lady with the thyroid, please message me and I will guide you. The decision stays with you, but I will guide you and I will say what is it good at, what I would recommend, what I used with my clients that I guided with thyroid as well. Because inner healing, it means understanding the nature. We need to connect with God. Absolutely, we do. We do. And we need sometimes support, from the nature, because we forgot our body over generations becomes so intoxicated with so many pills and whatever that we need to go back to nature. Connection with God also means connection with nature. Exactly like you said, Miriam, you go and you hug the trees. That for me is connecting with nature. It's so deep. It's so deep, you know. And you say here that you have this, but if I'm broken, if I have an issues, like I have lung nodules, there is a question here. Yeah, you do. It's amazing. First of all, why do you think you're damaged? When you say you have lung, I'm damaged, but how can I use the natural solutions if I'm damaged already? I have lung nodules. Why? Why do you have this perception that something is damaged? Why? You know, Pause for a moment and look at what you just said. You are broken, you are damaged. This perception is imposed to you. It's the perception that of the allopathic medicine, allopathic medical system. Okay, that the system put this in your mind that you're broken, you're defect, you're wrong, you're attacked, you are ill, you're infected, you're whatever. And this is why there is another approach, a better way to see things. Okay, and if we understand that this is just programming from generation, I won't even say from when we're children, because it's going, if I say that, probably that will be with a life. But I'll tell you, maybe, I don't know if you can even write it, is that rock, report, which changed the whole thing in medicine. This is when it started to program ourselves. We are being programmed from the childhood generations back that we are defect, we are wrong, we are broken down, and our body goes out of control. It no longer knows what it's doing. We begin to see things differently. In the biological reality, nothing happens without meaning. Nothing. Everything is happening for a reason. Nothing in our body happens without a purpose. Everything has a cause, a reason, a precise unfolding. Because all of this, all that we carry, biological programs, we carry them, programs from God. This is what He's done. He put in us biological programs in order to heal. Our body is made with, it's done with that extraordinary intelligence, an intelligence that we all have in us. Nature, okay? Our cells in our body carry that information. Every cell that knows exactly what they're doing. If you start putting something which is made in a laboratory, trying to imitate the nature, trying to, synthetic everything, you do that. You don't know exactly what, your body becomes. It's simply a lack of understanding of our part, to understand Mother Nature, which doesn't make mistakes, doesn't. And Dr. Hammer, it's the one who invented the new Germanic medicine, says that the greatest foolishness in the universe is to believe that Mother Nature makes mistakes and that God did not create us with immense intelligence, through his infinite wisdom. Read more on that. Google New Germanic Medicine, Dr. Hammer. Let us try to understand this biological process. So important. In your case with the lungs, I said it on my lives a few times. It's fear of death. What are you scared of? You know, a fear of that threatens your own life. And the lungs, contain two types of tissues. You have the pulmonary alveoles, which are responsible for oxygen exchange, is associated, that one, the pulmonary alveoli, is associated with the fear of death, of dying. Okay, and this fear comes maybe from diagnosis that you received from a doctor, or your situation, which you consider life-threatening, so you are scared. And also we have the bronchial mucosa on the other hand, okay? And this is linked to more of a fear of a territorial fear. And that feeling of being in a territory where you feel unsafe, where your life, your body feels threatened. Again, and the first step is for you to understand the cause. Why your body is reacting the way that it does. Okay, and then you start to support healing, not to treat, to support. Correct. Someone there said the diseases we have is a signal that we are on the wrong path. Yes, on the life. However, you see them. I should say that you should see them as blessings, because in the moment when you see that issue with the lung, that issue with the thyroid, that issue with whatever, see that as a blessing, because that is the moment when you truly start to, let me support my body. Even the concept of treatment belongs to the allopathic medicine, allopathic system. Support. Nothing heals from the outside, not medication, not even natural remedies. Nothing heals. The body heals itself. We just support. This is why I call them tools. Yes, Christina, essential oils, because we use natural solutions, supporting tools. They are meant to help, to ease, to accelerate that healing process. Healing is not easy, because you may have to go through pain, to other things. It can be intense, it can be demanding. Yeah, it can be. But, if you would like natural solutions, Christina, that support you in the process of supporting with your herpes, please message me privately and I'll happily guide you. Okay? And we'll take it from there. Natural remedy is, I have genital problems. Yeah, again. Yeah, it's very uncommon. I use the tea tree essential oil. Is it pure? Is it 100? Is it doTERRA? If it's not doTERRA, then I want to see exactly the tests that they've been going through. Can you see black and white? If it's not doTERRA, then you harm your body. That's the thinking that I have here on my channel. Okay, if it's not doTERRA, you're harming your body. Yes, unpleasant. You have these genital issues, but it's common. Intimate conditions. But if I was to give you like a make at home support, like a natural solution to support yourself, when dealing with these issues, maybe it is the cervix, it's not genital. I know, but someone else asked. I know there are herpes there, but no, they were talking about genital issues. Okay. It's all right. Don't worry. Yeah, I have two platforms here. This is why. So maybe you have this service internally, just genital, so what I recommend is that you take some cacao butter, which you melt in like a bain marie, when you put like a recipient and start boiling the water, and then yeah, in bain marie. I hope I can understand, but message me if you want to discuss more. But place the cocoa butter on that, place it over the hot water until it melts completely, and then let it cool down for a few minutes. And that is I call it vaginal suppositories. Okay, so you start adding one by one pure essential oils, and you put frankincense. Make a note of this. So you can make your own suppositories, vaginal suppositories at home. Yeah. So I said about cocoa butter, and then you put frankincense, you put clary sage, lavender, tea tree, geranium or rose if you have, but rose it's quite an expensive oil, so majority will go towards geranium, and thyme. Okay, so you put 30 drops from the first oils, and here I'm talking frankincense, clary sage, lavender, tea tree, 4 oils. You put 30 drops from each, and 20 drops from the last two, which is geranium or rose, and thyme. Okay, 20 drops in about 100 to 120 grams of cocoa butter, which you melted. Okay, so you mix well together, and at the end you pour that mixture into molds. You can buy them from anywhere, the molds. Okay, and the molds, you can find them on online stores. I don't know, you search and you will find those molds suitable for making that natural vaginal suppositories. So then you pour the mixture into the molds, and then place them into the refrigerator, and they will look exactly like. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's really good to make your own. And I guide my team. I have a chat on the WhatsApp whereby I guide my team. It's enough for them to put a question there, and I have my leaders there. I have people who will answer them, and I'm going to talk about this as well. But yeah, the moment they will harden when you put them in the fridge, they will harden, they will become suppositories, and they are very easy to insert internally. And I will advise you to do it preferably before bed, evening before bedtime. Okay, prepare your natural solutions at home. And again, I give all sort of solutions. This is why, if you are not, thank you so much, you're very welcome. I give all sorts of advice here. Colds are very common now. Yeah, so again, on one of the other videos, I took loads. It's called my heavy artillery, and I showed exactly what kind of oils I was taking, and I gave you that. Yeah, you're very welcome. So now I'll give you like a spray, which you can do it externally if you have this challenge, because I had it as well. And I just, frankincense, number one, Siberian fir, it's the second one, and then it's air X, not X, it's in my language. Air X. Let me take it, because it's one of my favorite oils. So Air X, this one. Okay, and this blend, let me show to YouTube as well. And this blend also contains frankincense and many other citrus oils, and thyme and rosemary. So let's repeat. For a spray, you can buy the recipient from the internet. It doesn't matter really. And you put frankincense, Siberian fir, you put X, you put thyme and rosemary. This is for coughs. Okay, it will help you a lot. Spray that when you have that constant cough, it will not go away. and you put all of this, and will make it, if you put them in a recipient, it will be easy to combine. Pour the mixture, into that, agitate, and then spray it on your chest. You can take them in vegetable capsules as well. I do, but it's easier if you have it like in a spray. Up to you. Absolutely. Young Living, up to you, my love, what you're, but I know exactly that they are very good quality as well. However, why I moved from Young Living to doTERRA is because I couldn't see their tests. So the testing that those oils. I'm not here to debate about Young Living. So everyone uses whatever. I know for me, doTERRA are the purest. doTERRA are the most tested oils, and I know that in doTERRA you can take more oils internally. That's for me. Okay. uh, Spray is for coughs. Okay, so when you have that constant cough, then you do that spray with essential oils. And I said frankincense, Siberian fir, you have Air X, and thyme and rosemary, and then you mix them. Okay, and depending on how severe the condition is, you can take also you can put that mixture into capsules. You saw me taking capsules as well, and you can take them every hour or every half an hour if it is very bad, that cough, and you will see it will just go. And you look after your health with natural solution. You support. Okay, you support. Thyme, Siberian fir. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Adrian. I really appreciate your help. And don't forget, if you have a few do it yourself, how do you say it? Do it yourself. DY, yeah, do it yourself. Don't forget to label your DIY. That's it. If you have a lot of bottles that you are do it yourself, don't forget to label them. And here we're coming into why empowerment. And I'm a strong believer of empowerment through self education, because this is how Adrian also is now a leader. Okay, and he researches a lot. Thank you so much for this. I don't know what it is, gifts. Yeah, like you said, I hear you have a cold and you have respiratory issues. Thank you. Well, what you need to enter a daily routine. Continue educating yourself. Take books. Listen to this kind of webinars. Well, webinars or lives. Again, you name it. But spend 10-15 minutes a day reading, listening, watching. That is self-educating. Otherwise, you will always remain dependent. I am in doTERRA for about 6 years next year. I hardly, I can count, not even on a hand, how many times I'm going to my mentor now, because I watched. Would you mix water, oil with cough spray? I use coconut oil. I have to go. My grandson today. Lovely. What carrier oil do you use for your face? I use only coconut oil, fractionate coconut oil. That's it. But I keep it in this just because it's easier with a pump to take it out. I move from here into here. I hope YouTube see as well. Yeah. So, but read again. Yeah. Happy birthday. Lovely. Okay. I understand holiday. I read it wrong. I can't see it reading. Pat, happy birthday to your grandson. I'm sorry, I didn't see B-day. I read holiday. Yeah, I like the glow that thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I only use that. doTERRA also have creams, but I don't use them. I use only oils. I love my Aropom. Read, start, taking information, because information will form your system of beliefs, which will impact on your thoughts, actions, and you'll get the results. Always needing someone else to tell you how many drops, how often, what do I need to do next. You will, yeah, you will not be empowered. It will be just another form of a dependency. You know, you will replace the doctor with mentor. You will only replace the doctor with going to a guide. And this is why in the beginning is totally understandable. However, later on, you know, you already started to, I have a person who is becoming more and more empowered from one day to another. I have other people, even after 3 years of using doTERRA with my guidance, they still ask me how many drops, when to take them, although I gave them the recipe a million times, which clearly it's a huge dependency. And if you know a person has a life, has a family, has responsibility, have their time, attention, and so on, if you depend on a person all the time, yeah, what can I say? You'll always, you know, you need to start, you know, when you enter this, take the most advantage of your mentor and say, what shall I read? What books shall I buy? How shall I empower myself? Make notes. When I'm giving you the full protocol, so you bought some oils, I will give you the initial protocol. Make a note of it. Make a note, not just ignore it. Make a note. Next time when you have that problem or that thing, you know how to support your body, you know? And for example, if you have a fever in the morning, you are alone, what shall I do? How can I handle that fever? You know, no one is available at that hour. What do you do? And in those moments you must act. You must act strictly based on what you know and how much you know at 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I don't say I might be available at that time, but maybe not. And this is why be empowered. Be empowered, you know, it's only you then. It's you are only left there with yourself. You are the only one truly you see you and who you are. Are you still frightened? You know, are you uh, helping, you know, yourself, or are you depending on that emergency services? Are you just going to call 111 although you have the oils in your house? You know, be responsible for, you know, be empowered, be an empowered woman capable of making those decisions in a difficult moment and fully taking responsibility for yourself. This is what means to be empowered, without being shaken, without, you know, all of that. That means, oh, Mihaela gave me that guidance, this, but now I know it's 2 o'clock and I've been through this before. And you know, oils are very versatile. I said into my life yesterday about a woman who was staying near a road. She inhaled a lot of fumes from the cars and so on, and she was starting to taking oils because she doesn't have smell anymore. But she didn't particularly take them from that. She had other issues as well in her body that she wanted to support with natural solutions. So she started to taking oils, and you know, we have a saying in Romanian, unde dai și unde crapă, which means, I'm sorry, I had to say it in case, you know, where do you hit and what it is healing, something like that. What do you use for cleaning your body and your genital area? I just said, you know, it's you know, I do these suppositories in which I put. Please, there is a recording on the YouTube. You will see this live recording on YouTube. I will put it on my private channel, but it's easy to find me. It's Mihaela Hegarty, so you can see on the YouTube this recording. I give there the recipe. Okay, so you know, you become empowered. You become, you're not given that fish every day to eat. Oils are versatile. You take them for one thing and they resolve 10 others. You're very welcome. And this is why stop being dependent and begging. Empower yourself, become free, become informed, equipped with solutions, equipped with essential oils. This is how you will start becoming better and better, empowered, free, because this is it's always done for you. Life is done with you, not for you. Remember this difference. Life is done with you, not for you. Okay? And you choose not to, in the beginning, you may choose to work with a guide, but later on, who prefers to do everything on their own, they will reach far. They will reach far, because this is when you will be able to help other people as well and pass it forward. Okay? Again, well, this is network marketing. It's all about sales. Okay. It's very interesting the way, people are seeing, again, looking at system of beliefs. Okay. And, this is a pyramid. Where is the consultant is done? Well, everyone will perceive this differently. Everything starting from an organization, the councils that I worked for, any kind of organization, it has a director at the top, a few managers, a few senior practitioners or whatever, and the rest are the workers. The same is everywhere. However, what I want to explain now that you touched on that is that someone, I give an example, Miriam or Pat or Adrian or anyone, they can start tomorrow their healing. They become so empowered because they started to read, to accumulate real information, and they might undertake the person who introduced them to doTERRA. Have you heard about that? They might undertake in terms of, you don't know what they have in their program of life. Maybe Miriam, it's, God said at the age of 42, or, she will meet essential oils, she will support her healing, and she will pass it forward. And something, she may find so many people that she wants to heal, which I might not find, or Adrian might not find, and so on. This is why don't look like that. Look at your health. Your power is in your hands. Colon cleansing, kidney cleansing, I have all of these issues, detoxification in general. Okay, so we have, like you said, colon, we need to cleanse that. We need to cleanse the kidneys. We need to cleanse the intestines, stomach, we need detox. We need deworming. We ingest all sorts of toxins, harmful substances. Everything gets sprayed. I mentioned already in this live, many glyphosates, insecticides, chemicals. Sadly, we ingest these all, and our body cannot properly metabolize them. So we need to either try to eliminate them, which it's hard, or trying to detox. And this is where this highly absorbable supplements come in. They help, they support the digestion. They reach the brain, they reach the bloodstream. Very helpful for detoxification and overall support for the liver, for the gallbladder, for colon, kidneys, the entire body. And here, we have the Zendocrine. They are plant-based, and also they have essential oils. They are also made in capsules or the oil. I'm going to show you the oil, Zendocrine oil and Zendocrine capsules. The same here. This is what essential oils looks like. They are soft, they are gentle, they are amazing for your everyday detox. For me, it's in my daily routine. And we have two of them. One is on white. I only have this one with essential oil. The white version of Zendocrine, It's like a, it looks like that, but this is not, but it looks like that, white. It contains plants, and here I'm talking psyllium husk, rhubarb root, um, barberry bark. They have milk thistle. They have marshmallow root, dandelion root, garlic bulb. So all of that, we all find it in burdock root. It has into the white one. And this one, the Zendocrine, it has essential oils. Cilantro, juniper berry, tangerine peel, it has rosemary leaf, and the geranium. So all of these are in this one, okay? So again, return to nature, return to essential oils, introduce pure essential oils to support in your daily routine. See, see with your own eyes and your own body your long-term results. Surrender to cleansing, to healing process, surrendering with everything that it comes. Because cleansing will come with breakouts, with pain, swelling, whatever it needs to do that. Because I don't know how much toxins you have in your body, but allow it. Allow your body to do that. Years of intoxication, of accumulated waste, both, physically, emotionally, and you come in contact with the purity offered by doTERRA. Of course, reactions will inevitably appear. To someone which is unfamiliar, they look like, oh, what is that? Is that side effect? Is that a side effect? But no, that is a healing. That is healing. Because again, from the childhood, we are taught only medication have side effects because they're synthetic, foreign body. But nature is nature, like us. It cannot be adverse. I hope it makes sense. Essential oils don't create side effects. They create reactions. Those reactions always have an explanation, and they are normal. They are part of the healing. I got my frankincense and myrrh oil for her. Okay. As long as they are doTERRA, you are on the right path. Don't take anything else. You're harming your body. Okay. So if you have been disconnected from the nature, and when you are returning to nature, to what you have been programmed by God, you may experience all of that before it goes, we say you may experience everything goes bad before it goes good. It may feel frightening, unfamiliar, and so on, but hang on there. Hang on there, because this is what your body will do. Understand deeply, connect with your body, understand from within. Your body knows exactly what it's doing. It's designed that way by God. It's designed. And you have been programmed from a very young age to believe the opposite. Okay? And this is why you must constantly intervene with medication and so on, and correct what God supposedly created wrong. Who is right? Is it God, or is it the medication or the system? You tell me. It takes time to wash away these programs. It takes time. It takes time. Be patient. Enter the process. Enter the process right now. Okay? Everything is about the money. It seems to be that tonight you are focused on this. I used them. I wasted my money and no results. Okay. First of all, I don't know your experience. I only met you tonight on my live. I don't know exactly what you used. I don't know exactly what you spent your money. I used to think like that. My clients that I guide every single day, one of their biggest, things that they are coming to me is about, will I waste my money? They're expensive, will I throw my money away? Why shall I not go to the health store and buy them? What about if I buy them cheaper? No. Before using high quality products from doTERRA, I was stubborn. My clients were stubborn. Everyone wanted cheaper. Everyone, but in the moment when we started with doTERRA, everything shifted to see exactly what means quality, purity, testing, you know. They went to the pharmacy, my clients, and bought all sorts of supplements. Maybe you did the same. I don't know what you used. you know I don't know what. But in the moment when you're not using doTERRA, of course you will throw your money away. Of course it will feel like, what on earth am I doing? Everything can be found in health shops, but that doesn't mean that they are pure, they are tested. Okay. So yeah, in the moment when I first placed my doTERRA order, when my clients, we took vitamins, minerals, enzymes, probiotics, it felt, wow, like a breath of fresh air. They lifted us. It gave us energy, strength, and in time we feel like we rebirth, we are reborn. And this is the moment when we truly understood the power of pure essential oils, supplements, their effectiveness, high quality natural solutions. Yeah, you cry. You cry when you pay for quality. They are expensive, but only once. You cry once. But when you buy this and that and try that, you cry multiple times. And this is when your money is wasted. Okay? There are many people, like me, who obtained real results. They comment here on these platforms. They message me. I put sometimes on my story. I read testimonials from people who came to me, who heard me saying, you can heal. Follow my guidance. You will have results. Trust the process. You will have results. You are getting there. And after I have clients after 15-16 years of taking thyroid medication, stomach medication, medication for everything, they take now no medication at all, and they feel extraordinarily well, because that means to me to be empowered. They had all sorts of like schedule their blood tests to their GPs here in the UK, but they were removed from the monitoring because in their system they appeared like not taking the medication for a long time. So they took them out of the system. Okay? So yeah, it's really the power of healing is in yourself. Trust the person who is sharing, trust them, be on their lives, see what they're talking about, see what they're thinking, trust them, and go ahead. How about taking medicine for high? Yeah, I was talking, the whole video is about that. The whole video, it's about I spoke a lot about thyroid. What you can do is go on YouTube. This whole live is registered, is recorded on YouTube. I have two platforms. Okay, so go on the YouTube, and you will be able to hear exactly what I said about thyroid, because I spoke. I don't want to speak again. Or you can message me. It's Mihaela Hegarty. It's the same name as here on TikTok. I have on YouTube as well. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and we'll see each other tomorrow. But tomorrow being Tuesday, thank you so much for the hearts, for the messages. Thank you. Being Tuesday, I will come later. It will be 9 o'clock UK time. So California will be 9 o'clock. It will be like 1. Yeah. Thank you so much. You too. You too. And be blessed, all of you. And thank you so much for this. I'm going to close the live and stream.